Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Danny for Cupcakes Gourmet, and I'm super excited because today we're gonna make this pretty cute mug. It's a Tinkerbell mug I made for my little girl and she loves it, so I want to share with you guys. But before we start the video, please don't forget to subscribe and press the bell button so you're gonna get all the notifications when I put a video, since I don't do every day, but sometimes I make more than one, so you never know. My all social media is up there, and if you're looking for a video, you can just check on my list videos. You can find them in Portuguese and English and all the old and new goodies. So we're gonna start. We need a ceramic. I got that at the dollar store, the mug, but you can use any mug you want. And I'm gonna start with the wings. I didn't make the face here because I have the video and how to make the face. You guys can totally click down below, or I can try to do the link here after I edit. But you can find on my channel and how to make with the mold, and even how to make the mold if you wanted to as well. So I'm just starting with the wings. I made like a flat teardrop shape, and I'm just molding it at the shape that I want the top part of the wings to be. And now I'm gonna fold it again and put it on the top and cut it, because I want to be sure that the two sides are the same. They're gonna be mirror image from each other, but they need to be the same size. And now we're gonna make a little ball and a teardrop shape for the bottom base of the wing, you know, the little side of the wing that we have. And we're gonna do the same thing, and you can put in the top too to measure if they're the same to the other side. So now we have the 4 pieces of the wings. You can start putting the pieces of the wings now and then start putting your Tinkerbell on top. But I don't like for my mugs to be too thick. So I'm going to use a little bit of Sculpey liquid baking clay. And then we're going to start making a little triangle with the skin color for her neck. If you want to start the wings, you can totally do that. Just place the wings and then you're going to start making her. I just think then it looks cuter when the mug that has the 3D detail, but it's not too thick. And then it helps as well to don't break or to don't bang anywhere, you know, and you lose all your work. So I'm using again the Sculpey liquid bakeable clay, and I'm gonna use the whole time that I need to glue any clay to my ceramic mug. And now we're gonna start making the shoulders for her body. So I'm just made this little square of the triangle for the neck, and now I made the shoulders, and I'm gonna cut the excess off, and we're gonna start molding right there. You can make the whole Tinkerbell out of the mug and then put it back, but I think this way is way easier, and you know exactly what you are, and when you need to transfer, you don't, you know, lose any of your work. So I like to make it already in the mug. So now I'm just making the collarbones and the little details on the shoulders and all that, and I'm just gonna cut in a diagonal shape all the excess of the clay that I'm using for the body, because we're gonna have the dress and things like that. And as I said before, I don't like to look too thick and too bulky, so that's why I cut the excess. Then I don't need to see under, you know, when you have more than one layer. So now I made the 2 little balls to make her breasts. So we're gonna put it right there. You don't need to make too big, but you need to get all the seams out, so it smooth it out everything, because once you put the dress on, you just don't want to see those marks like you put a ball on the top of it. So just take your time to smooth it out. If you don't have the silicone and tool, you can use your fingers. Definitely your fingers are the best tool you can have, but you can use whatever you have there. So now I just put the wings on the top to see what I need to cut it, because since I didn't start with the wings, I know that the wings need to be behind her, so that's the impression we need to do. So I cut it around the shape of her shoulder, and now I'm gonna place the wings right there. And again, I'm using the liquid bakeable clay because it acts like more like a glue, but it's a glue that is gonna keep your clay on the ceramic, you know, it's not gonna come off, or you're not gonna lose your work. And now I'm placing the bottom part of the wings as well. Gonna cut it again, and we're gonna place right the other side. Don't forget to use your liquid bakeable clay, and we're gonna place just like that. And now you check if you want your wings to be. I just gonna put the other part on the bottom. Switch the little tops to the sides, And now with my silicone tool, a very skinny little one, we're gonna make all the swirls and details that she has on her wings. I am not definitely following the Tinkerbell, drawings on her wings. But you can do that if you're making that for a client and you want to be perfect. You just look at her wings. You can Google it, Tinkerbell wings, and see how they draw. But since I was making for the video and for my little girl, I don't think she will notice that, other than she's 5. Probably she knows more Tinkerbell than I do. But I didn't worry about that. But if you're making for clients or for a party or for anything like that, just take your time and look. Now I'm just going to be sure that my neck is not being hidden by the wings because we put it after. I'm making the collarbones and the little indentation that we have in the neck, just to make even like more realistic. So now I'm using the head, then I use my mold to make, and you guys can definitely watch the video down below. I will put it in the box below, and there's gonna show you even how to make the mold. You just need a doll, so you don't really need to know how to make molds, like faces, to make those little mugs. You can just have a doll, make the mold, and make the mug. It's very easy, very cool, and the kids really, really like it. So now I'm just cutting kind of like a trapeze shape on the green, and I'm gonna cut a V shape on the top to start making the top part of a dress. And we're gonna just make it be a little rounded, and don't cut on the sides yet, because that we cut it like really when you cut straight at the sides when you put it on the top of your mug, so you know exactly how wide you need to be to cover the whole thing. See, I put it on the top of it, and I'm just gonna mark a little bit. I'm not cutting it through because I don't want to cut the wings, but I'm just marking it. And now on my mat I'm gonna cut it through and make it be more rounded and perfect, just like that. And now we're gonna place a little liquid bakeable clay again, and we're gonna place the top of the dress right there. And when I squish down, of course your clay moves a little, so if you needed to cut the excess on the top of the wings, just go gently so you don't cut the base part too. Or if you are starting and you think that if you're gonna start doing that I'm gonna mess it up the bottom, you can make in parts, make the body and the wings and bake for like 10 minutes and then start making the rest. But I'm just baking all on the same one. And now I'm gonna make balls and the little teardrop shapes to make leaves for her skirt part of the dress. And I'm gonna make in different sizes, since she's finding all the leaves in the middle of the forest to make her dress. It doesn't need to be perfect or moldy or anything. Cut the excess on the bottom. And I'm gonna put 2 little ones just to give a little more detail, and I'm gonna mark the veins of the leaves just to even look more like leaves. Make sure there's a line right there. And now we're gonna make a little ball. We're gonna make an indentation in the middle and cut it in half. And now we're making the 2 ears. And then we're gonna place right between the cheeks and the eyes. And both sides. And don't forget to use the clay too, the lickable clay, so it sticks in there. Now we're gonna start making the hair. I'm just gonna open a wide enough piece of yellow just to be able to start the bangs and cut it a little in like a circle shape, just to don't cover her face. And I'm just gonna check if it's wide enough. This is just for the base of the hair. You're gonna put more details on top, but you wanna be sure that you're covering enough so when you start making the details you don't see all that. And then we're gonna cut all the excess off. And now I'm gonna make a ball for that little bun that she has on her head. So I'm just gonna make a ball, put a little of the liquid clay, and then we're gonna place right there. Now we're gonna make little balls in teardrop shapes, the same, almost the same way then you made those little leaves for the dress, and we're gonna make little teardrop shapes for the bangs. You can, like, she has a bang that comes right up her face. I didn't want it to make too thick, so I'm gonna kind of keep the bangs pretty, like, not too thick than the way she has, because, you know, I want to be sure that this is not gonna bang and break. So we're just gonna put it like very tight to her face, but you can make as many details or as many flocks of hair you want. And with the silicone tool, I'm just gonna make some details to look more like a hair. Take your time, and as many as you do, and you follow the directions then your hair is going, because it makes even look more like hair, and the details, it's all counts for the end result. So now we're gonna do the same thing on the top of her bun. Now I'm gonna make a very skinny snake and green to make that little, you know, flower tiara that she has right there. And you're gonna place between the bun and the rest of the head. And now we're gonna make a little roll, very skinny, and go up and down to make the wrists. And it's a very skinny arm. You don't need to make too much of details. You don't even need to cut it a little V shape if you're starting right now. You can just leave like that, but if you want to, it gives more details, you can do it. And I'm just gonna measure at the body to see how long I need to be, and we're gonna place right there on the top of the dress. And you're gonna do the same thing for the other side. And I'm putting one hand on the top of each other, like she, you know, she's posing it. And you cut the excess on the top, and we're gonna smooth it out everything else. I don't have how to paint the face because I already have a video. You guys can see on my video list or in the bottom bar. I will leave the link for you guys, and has the very detail on how to paint her face. I hope you guys liked this video. If you want to see more mugs, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and before you leave, don't forget to give me a little like, because that really helps my channel. And all the information is going to be in the show more, all the tools and all the info that you have, that you need there. And leave me a comment to see if you like what else you want to see. Thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.